Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Excellency, the judges of this competition, ladies and gentlemen for the nation and religion. Firstly, let's thank to our God, the Almighty, who has been giving us His mercy, His help, and His blessing until we can gather here without any trouble and any obstacle. Secondly, may salawat and salam with our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness, namely the Islam religion. Ladies and gentlemen, as the lights of the nation, have you ever realized it, that we are now living in an era which is fast, free, but also quite boring? Why? Because the global cultures come to our lives without any permission, straight into our phones every single day, and without noticing, it slowly erases our identity. Technology developed, but Islamic culture eroded. Just look around. In many places, children are accustomed to speaking to their parents without manners. Teenagers are no longer shy about using vulgar languages on social media. Even simple manners, like greeting people with respect, are starting to fade away and be a seldom thing. But we all know that Islamic culture is not just a ceremony. It is our soul, our identity as Muslims. If we let this culture disappear, we'll lose what makes us unique. We'll lose our characteristic. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, standing up here, I'd like to speak today on a crucial topic entitled The Role of Islamic Boarding School in Preserving Islamic Cultures in the Modern Era. Ladies and gentlemen, my loving audience, now we are living in a challenging era. Outside information comes to our lives without a filter, including that go against our values. Let me share a simple cases. In one village, people used to gather every Thursday night to read Yasin and to Tahlil together. It was warm, lively, and children would sit quietly and watch. But when the churchet became more common, the gathering became empty. Kids stayed home to play online games. Teenagers scrolled through social media. Then slowly, the tradition faded away. So here's the big question. Are we willing to watch our Islamic traditions vanish little by little? Can we accept a future generation that doesn't know tahlil, salawat, and has forgotten the simple manners we grew up with? Ladies and gentlemen, the answer lies in Islamic boarding school. They are the guardians, the protectors, and the transmitter of Islamic cultures. They are guardians of character, where we are taught not only how to think, but how to live with purpose. And how do you do it? Here are some important points. First, revive traditions with understanding. At Islamic boarding school, teachers and scholars also explain about the meaning of these practices, so that students feel proud to do them, not just obligated. Second, plant the love for Islamic culture from an early age. Students learn not just what to do, but why it matters. And the third, empower students as agents of changes. When they graduate, students should be ready to become teachers, da'i, youth leader, or at least role models who can bring Islamic values into their communities. Allah says in Surah Al-Mulk verse 2, A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. He is the one who created life and death to test you which of you has the best deeds. And He is the most noble and the most forgiving. Ladies and gentlemen, now imagine if our society did this. Thursday night Yasin would be lively again, and salawat would fill the streets once more, then society would feel closer to the values of Islam. Ladies and gentlemen, my loving audience, to conclude, preserving Islamic culture is not only the duty for teachers and scholars, it is our duty, especially as students and youth. Don't be shy to greet politely. Don't hesitate to revive traditions. Because preserving Islamic culture is not about guarding the past. It is about ensuring that our future remains bright. And Islamic boarding school are the best places to prepare for that future. Ladies and gentlemen, my loving audience, that's the speech I delivered. Thank you very much for your attention and apologize for all of my mistakes. And finally, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.